What It Does, Chapter 3 in the Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes, as interpreted by Reverend Nicole Murgis, www.ahaeducation.org. In this video, I will introduce the key points in the third chapter of the Science of Mind called What It Does. I will also give examples in how we can interpret those key points and embody them into our lives. In the chapter What It Does, it refers to God, Spirit, the universe, or whatever name you give to the divine nature of life. In studying this philosophy, we understand that it doesn't matter what we think God to be, because we all have different views of that. Rather, we are interested in the way God works, the spiritual principle, and how we can embody that to enrich and enhance our lives. The divine mind is infinite. It contains all knowledge and wisdom. But before it can reveal its secrets, it must have an outlet. This outlet we shall be compelled to supply through our own receptive mentalities. Take the example of electricity. Electricity existed long before it was discovered. And once it was discovered, it took years to conduct and use it to provide more light and power in our lives. If you've ever experienced a power outage, you may realize how much you rely on the power of electricity in your life. And if you think about it, it's not the power of electricity that is out. It is the outlet through which the power of electricity that flows is out. And some of you may have realized this and got fed up with losing electricity that you went out and bought a generator, a new outlet through which that power of electricity can flow when the other outlet isn't working. Now, this is the same truth as the spiritual power in life. That once we learn how to conduct and use spiritual power in our life, we can become a conduit for more of that spiritual power to benefit our lives. For we are the outlet through which spiritual power flows. But what we draw from it, we must draw through the channel of our own minds. A unity must be established, and a conscious connection must be made before we can derive the benefits which the greater mind is willing to reveal or impart to us. When we first moved into this home, we were excited that the summer cabin we bought had all the essentials for living: water, sewage, and electricity. Then we started to improve our home, and in our improvement, we started to bring in things that required the use of electricity: heaters, appliances, computers, and other things. And that's when we discovered there was a problem. We began to blow fuses. We'd turn on the toaster and the kitchen light at the same time, and poof, fuse would blow. Or we'd turn on the outside light, and if the hallway light were on, when we turned on the outside light, bam, no electricity. And so we further investigated the issue, and we discovered that our house was only 60 amp, and our use of electricity was above that. So we had to increase the ampage in order to support our needs of using electricity in our home. We can only have as much spiritual power as we can take. So if we keep blowing fuses or short-circuiting in our life, we may have to up the ampage or increase our circuit of receptivity. And when we do that, we can become more frequently aware of our unity and connection in order to derive the benefits of the universal good that is always, always flowing and always present in our life. The universal mind contains all knowledge. It is the potential ultimate of all things. To it, all things are possible. To us, as much as possible as we can conceive, according to law. Should all the wisdom of the universe be poured over us, We should yet receive only that which we are ready to understand. I'd like to share with you the story of the university professor who goes to visit the Zen master. While the master quietly served tea, the professor talked about Zen. The master kept pouring the tea until it was at the brim, and then began overflowing, and he continued to pour the tea. The professor watched the master as he poured the tea, and finally he couldn't take it anymore and blurted out, "It's over full! No more will go in!" "Ah," said the Zen master, "you are like this cup. How can I teach you Zen if you don't first empty your cup?" And so, in order for us to receive more, it may behoove us to empty our container, our cup of things that no longer serve. Limiting belief, self-criticism, judgment, small thinking, negative emotions, or other things that no longer contribute to our good. And once we empty our cup, by the very nature of emptying and release, we create space for more to flow in our life. And after we empty our cup, we may just plain realize that we need a bigger container. We need a bigger cup anyway. You see, if two people go to the river of life, and one takes a thimble, and one takes a 500-gallon drum, the one who receives more good from the river of life is the one who has the bigger container. So let's empty our cup and increase the size of our container so that we can receive the good that is already present, waiting for our receptivity of it. Life always becomes to us the particular thing we need when we believe that it becomes to us that particular thing. The understanding of this is the essence of simplicity. To illustrate this point, I have 3 types of glasses. And as I put on these glasses, I will see a different perspective of what is. The first pair of glasses I have are sunglasses. And so I put on the sunglasses, and everything looks kind of dark. The light that is so bright around me is now a little shaded. The next pair of glasses I have are ski goggles. And as I put these over my eyes, you may not be able to tell from the video, but these glasses are rose-colored. So when I look out, everything that I see is rosy. The third pair of glasses that I have are my reading glasses. And when I put those on, I'm able to see clearly. So life is differentiated through our own thought. And so what we perceive life to be, it is for us. So what type of lens are you wearing to see and experience life? The spiritual principle of this chapter can be summarized like this. We are surrounded by an infinite possibility, unlimited good. Its nature is to be giving, and our nature is to receive. So how will you apply this spiritual principle to your life?